Okay, sixth grade. Let me make sure this works here. Our objective is to talk about the cumulative review and review chapters 1 through 6. So I have a feeling your cumulative exam is either going to be Monday or Tuesday. I have a pretty fun review game that I want to play with you guys either tomorrow or Monday, depending on how you did yesterday. So since I wasn't here, I just want to take like 15, 20 minutes today just to kind of ask you guys what you got on the review so I can make sure you're remembering all this. Overall, what did you think of the review? Everyone's pretty much the same? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, yeah. That's okay. So the probability tests from the other day, like I told you earlier, they are in the grade book. So if you haven't seen them yet, please feel free to check. I am 99% positive I'll pass those back tomorrow. We'll go over them, and then we'll finish up going over the review. Okay? So there definitely could be the review game tomorrow, as long as I feel like you guys are okay with everything. All right, so let's go over the warm-up first. I just want to go through answers, and then I'll come back to questions. Justin, what did you get for number 1? Good, 16. Matt, number 2. Yep. We'll get to the homework. All 77 questions that we have to go over. I will get there. Yeah. Good, 66.75. Annalise, number 3. Awesome. Zach, number 4. Good. Briar, number 5. Good. All right. Questions? Emma. Okay, then you probably just, I'm guessing, messed up somewhere like something little must have been wrong. So did you do 2 to the 4th first? Okay, so 16 times 4 minus 2 divided by 8 plus 3. All right, oh, that's why. That answers your question. So just make sure you rewrite the problem correctly, and you are good to go. Anyone else? Briar? 170. All right. Briar, what did you do first on number 1? Nope. What are you supposed to do first? Please excuse. Well, actually, I'm sorry. You can't do that first. Sorry, you're good. Okay, what did you get after you subtracted? Good. Okay, 22. And then did you also do 10 plus 1? Okay. Okay, now what did you do? This is what I was thinking about. What was the next thing? Okay, but what about 1 squared? Yeah. Okay, that's why then. I guess that does look kind of weird. It's 1 squared. This is the smart. No. It's the Smartboard's version of an exponent. I guess it's kind of weird looking. Briar, are you okay? Okay. Anyone else on the warm-up? Doug, is that a hand? Okay. All right, let's go over the cumulative review answers. You guys did great on that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is when I go around the room here, I already have all the answers up on the Smartboard, so I'm actually going to shut this light, maybe both. Ooh, that's too dark. Alyssa, can you see? No. Okay, hold on. Alyssa's taking a test. I can't do that. She can't see. Oh. I want her to get an A. No, that's not right. Ignore that. Ignore that. No, that's not tomorrow. The cumulative exam is either going to be Monday or Tuesday. I will let you know for sure, hopefully the end of class today. I just want to see where you guys are with everything, and I also don't want to rush it. It is on 6 chapters. So, Mary? That might be the case. Just let me get a feeling for how you guys did yesterday. Charles? Probably just 1.5 class periods for most of you. The last one will take 2 class periods. All right, so I want to start with Zach. Can you tell us your answers for 1 through 4? 16. Awesome. Okay. Sean, can you tell us your answers for 5 through 8? Awesome. Okay, all the answers are on the Smartboard in case you can't hear. Sean? Uh-huh. Yep, I did that for all of them. Instead of making a whole new one every time, it was easier for me just to add on. You can. I think the last one might be the only different one. It just took me a long time to make this and the test, so I just figured, which I probably shouldn't do. All right, so 1 through 8's up there. Annalise, can you tell us 9 through 12 answers? Awesome. Briar, numbers 13 through 16. Awesome. Answers are all up there. Charles, numbers 17 through 20. 17 and 18 are not right. Correct. That's nope. Mary? Yeah, 22 and 8. So 22, 8, -7, -130. Okay, before I move on, any questions on the first page so this isn't like tedious, Adam? No, because 99 is not on the bottom. So for 14, it's really like putting a 1 on the bottom and doing cross products. 99 equals 11y, and then divide by 11. Do you remember cross products? Okay. You okay? I mean, there's other ways to do that, but yeah, right, Emma, you're right. The only time you multiply it is if the number's on the bottom. Anything else, you can either do cross products or use common sense. Okay? Mary? You use cross products when you have two ratios set equal to each other and there's an equal sign in the middle. So in other words, like 2 over 3 equals x over 12. Okay? You cross simplify when it's something like 2/4 times x over 8. Okay? Does that help you? Okay, Annalise? Yeah. Mary and I. Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Yep, because that's you're getting rid of the fraction. So you could all there's like 3 different ways to solve that, Annalise. So if you prefer multiplying both sides by y, go ahead. Cross products you can do as well. He might not have known that you already learned that, so yeah. Whatever you prefer, I recommend you guys doing cross products. I just think it's easier for you to remember. Okay, anyone else on that first page? All right, Adam, numbers 21 through 24, please. Okay, your negatives are just messed up on 2 of them. So it should be -9, -65, -1.8, and +4.67. Just watch those negative signs so you don't make a silly mistake. And guys, please make sure you're checking your review. If something's wrong, you should be fixing it. And Donatus, you'll just have to look back at the recording, okay, when you get to school today. Okay, Emma M, 25 to 27. Perfect. Job. All right, Jeremy, numbers 28 to 30. I need the answer and what your graph looks like. Less than or equal to? Okay, and what does your graph look like? Yep. Okay, number 29. X should come first. X is, it's all right, greater than what? Okay, what should the number line look like? Okay, and then 30. What'd you get for 30? So greater than or equal to. Okay, filled in circle going to the right. Okay, Emma H, 31 to 33. Okay. Good. Good. Perfect. Greater than or equal to. Okay. Good job. Okay, on that page, questions while we're on the second page. Doug, what number? Okay, anyone else on that page? Questions or anything you need me to go back to? Wow, okay. Doug, you okay? All right. Okay, Doug, numbers 34 to 37, please. Okay, good. And then you need to tell me for 34 and 35 the prime factorization. Okay, and then 35. What's the prime factorization of 9? Times 3 times 3. Okay, so 34 is 2 to the third, 35 is 2 to the third times 3 to the second. If it says write the prime factorization, please make sure that you do that, okay? Very important that you write the prime factorization of those numbers. I prefer that you write it in exponential form. If you don't, I probably wouldn't mark it wrong, but it's just a little bit more nicer and condensed if you do write it in exponential form. Jeremy? That's what I just said. You should. The variables is whenever we write them out. When there's variables, we usually list them out. Okay. Yeah, so that's a different story. These ones write as in exponential form. Okay, Justin, next section, numbers 38 to 41. Awesome. Okay, Matt, 42 to 45. Awesome. Charles, you have a question? It's the y on the bottom of 44 is y cubed. If you wrote it, if you thought it was y squared, then you should just have a y on the bottom. I don't know why these numbers are so crunched together. Yeah. Yep. That's okay. If you have y on the bottom because you thought it was a 2, I'm okay with that. All right, Zach, numbers 46 to 48. Awesome. Okay, questions on that page. That was page 3. Emma M? Okay, what part of it did you get wrong? The whole thing? Okay, so the only thing you have wrong is the 4. Look, 32 divided by 8 is 4. So you have to leave the 4 on top because it's not 8 over 32, which would be 1/4. It's 32 divided by 8, so that stays in the numerator. You sure? Okay, Mary, you had your hand up. Okay, anyone else on page 3, and then I'll come back to you, Mary. No. All right. Flipping over, Mary, numbers 49 to 51. Good job. And if you draw a snake, that's fine with me. Hold on, let me find it. Come on. All right. That works. Okay, Briar, numbers 52 to 55. Perfect. Sean, next section, numbers 56 to 60. Good. 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 Perfect. Those were kind of hard to see, so if you had trouble seeing what those were, depending on what number you thought it was, you might be off by 1. Of course, on the test, it won't be like this. They're not that squished together. Okay, Annalise, 61 to 64. Uh-huh. Perfect. Any questions on page 4? Emma. It's right here. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry, it's right here, X to the 5th. My fault. Thought I flipped the page. Briar? Sorry, I forgot to flip the page. I was all, yeah, worried about listening to you guys, forgot. Anyone else on page 4? Okay, Charles, on page 5, can you tell us the answers to 65 through 66? Yeah, one more. Good job. I actually meant to say 67. Good. Okay, Emma H, 68 to 70. Good. Okay, 69 should be 9.18 times 10 to the negative 7th. You counted that one wrong. Are you okay, Emma? Yeah, you always get confused with that. Remember, if it's a really small number, Emma, it's negative. The exponent's negative, and Emma, if it's a really big number, the exponent's positive. That might help you. Because if it's negative, you move it to the left, which makes it really small. If it's positive, you move it to the right, which makes it really big. That will probably help that sink in. It is confusing the first time you learn it. Annalise? No, less than 10. Your notes are wrong. Less than 10. Okay. Are you okay with the 7? Okay. All right. Mary, 71 to 74. Yep. Yeah, you're perfect. Yep. Awesome. Charles, you're checking, right? You checking? Okay. Questions? Mary? Yeah, I actually should have told you that. That's my symbol for all real numbers. The answer is many solutions. There are means all real numbers, which is the same thing as many solutions. I just taught it to you guys as many solutions, not as the fancy R. Either way is fine. It means the same thing as infinite solutions as well. Okay, Adam, 75 to 77. Squared. Okay, yep. So you don't lose half a point. Okay, keep going. Good. No. Remember, 77, it's base times height divided by 2. Okay? So, Matt, what should 77 be? Good job. Man, you guys did awesome. Okay. Questions? Emma M. Negative 1.5. Did you get that? Okay. Annalise? Besides the fact of knowing area is always squared, I don't know. Perimeter is not, area is. You just have to know. I don't. Take your time then. I would just take your time, especially on the test. I would only take off half a point, but it's an easy half a point that you want to keep for yourself, you know. Jeremy? You do base times height divided by 2. It's the same thing. Yep. Emma? 73, x is less than negative 3. Okay. Anyone else on anything on the review? Give me a thumbs up, thumbs middle, thumbs down. Wow, I'm very impressed. Okay. So here's what my thoughts are right now. I'm going to hold off on the test until Tuesday. Okay. Even though you guys did awesome, with it being a big test, I'd rather it not be on a Monday. So what I'm pretty sure we'll do then is we'll play the review game Monday. So the whole day Monday, the whole class period, I want to save for our review game. It's a fun one. It took me a while to make, so I'm going to hold off for that for Monday. Tomorrow, what I'll probably do is go over the review answers, and then we might do some whiteboards, something interactive so I can double check to make sure you guys are extra good on everything. One question I have for you, the warm-up yesterday was a little bit harder. How did you guys do on that? It was, well, I just was worried about giving you all those exponents. I know it was long, but he went over the answers with you guys, but give me some, I just need some opinions. Annalise? Okay. It's been a while. Right. Go ahead. I have it up here. Go ahead. Did you ask him or he didn't go over them? Okay. Okay. All right, go ahead. Which one? Number 3 on the back. Okay. It is. Unless I messed up on the answer key I left him, so hold on. So negative 2/3. And when it subs here, I always leave them my answer keys, so I would blame me if something was wrong, not them. Okay, so Annalise, first thing is, did you cross simplify here? Okay, so this is a -1, this is a 7, this is a 1, this is a 3. Okay, and then you multiplied across the top, across the bottom, and got -3/7 plus -23 over 42. All right, did you change -3/7 to be something over 42? Oh, that's why. I'm not sure why you wouldn't do that. Don't get mad at yourself. You know what? We all have brain blocks sometimes. I do too. Even with math, even though I teach it. So, Annalise, that's how you get -41 over 42. You good? Okay. All right, Matt. Yeah, the one that's repeating? Yeah. You want me to go over it? Okay. Okay. Yeah. I want you guys to ask me about this. We have time today. So if you were confused on some of the warm-up, please tell me, because odds are you'll see them on the test Tuesday. Okay, so number 2 was 8.18, and both the 1 and the 8 are repeating, okay? So the little formula for this is ignore the hat, okay? I call it a hat. Ignore the repeating symbol. So 18 over 100 is the fraction on the top, all over 1 minus 1 over whatever place this is in. Oh, geez, wrong one. Sorry, Matt. Is this coming back now? A little bit? Okay. So 18 over 100, all over 99 over 100. And then we just do keep, change, flip. Do you want me to keep going? I can. You sure? Adam? Yeah, but you have to know this process to know that. You know what I mean? But yeah, you can skip some steps. Annalise? Number 4 is -4x cubed over 3. Matt? Okay, I gotcha. Okay, so like number 1 was, Matt, -0.12. So -12 over 100, because it's in the hundredths place. And then you just simplify it. They're easy. Now, are you also thinking of going from a fraction to a decimal? Are you okay with that? Okay. Yep, good questions. Anyone else? Anything from yesterday? Annalise? Yes. All right, 14. We have 2x to the 4th, y to the -4th, z to the -3rd, all over. Okay, Annalise? Okay, first thing, move all the negatives. So these 2 move to the bottom, and this one moves to the top. You with me? So 2x to the 4th, y to the 3rd, all over 3x to the 2nd, y to the 4th, z to the 3rd, z to the 4th. All I did was move negatives. Okay. Is that why, or do you want me to keep going? Okay. Yes, keep going, or no, keep going? Yes? Okay. So next step, combine. We can combine these. So I'm going to rewrite 2x to the 4th, y to the 3rd, all over 3x to the 2nd, y to the 4th, z to the 7th. And then the last thing is when you're dividing same base, subtract these 2 and these 2. So 2x to the 2nd, all over 3y z to the 7th. Yep. Okay, Annalise, you okay? I already moved it. Sorry, I did 2 steps in my head. But yes, you should have an extra step in there if you need it. Did I confuse you by doing that? Okay. I just figured you guys were okay with that. So. Doug? It's in chapter 1. You do. You have it. All right. Anyone else? Okay. Homework, and we have class time, is to finish the review. Okay. Okay. So that would be 78 to, and that box, I know it's a lot of numbers, but that will go fast, to 130. We have 15 minutes to start. You should get a big chunk of this done. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I know it sounds bad, but a lot of them are just properties, and then a big part of it is filling in the types of numbers box. Yeah. So instead of instead of making that one number, I counted each one. That's why it seems like so many. Okay. So the types of numbers. Who can remind us? Natural numbers start with what? Natural numbers, Annalise? Good. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it goes up. Jeremy, you listening? Okay. No decimals. Whole number, Donata, starts with. Good. Whole numbers start with 0. It goes up. Nice numbers. Okay, an integer. What's an integer, Justin? Good. Positives, negatives, include 0, no decimals, no fractions. Okay. What about rational? What about rational? Briar, what about a rational number? Yep. Good. Fractions, decimals, perfect squares, naturals, wholes, integers. A repeating decimal that has a pattern. Irrational is the crazy one. It's no pattern. It repeats however it wants. Okay, remember, if you're being irrational, you're being crazy. It doesn't make sense. So that's what irrational is. A real is a real is everything, okay, to the left of the chart, unless it's imaginary. Imaginary has a negative inside a radical. So does that help? Mary, you're good? Okay. So finish the review. I'm going to stop the recording. I will be around if there's other questions.